carry my goals in my mind, okay, they're merely a wish. I'm not serious about them. So ask yourself this. If you've got goals for 2017 and you haven't written them down, you're not serious. Okay? Yeah, I have the confidence to just say that. You're not serious. Okay? Because you're not making the effort to write it down. Do you think you should write it down once? No. Okay? How often do you reckon that we should write these goals down?
Every day.
Every day. When? When? Okay. Hello!
Hey!
Welcome. Okay, so we need to write these goals down twice a day. First thing when we wake up, and last thing before we go to sleep. I haven't randomly picked those 2 times. Those are the times when your subconscious mind is the most receptive. This is a powerful machine that we have, and yet we don't know how to use it. Until you get this on side, okay, you're going to remain stuck. Until you get that on side. Your subconscious mind is everything. Okay, so write it down twice a day. Get yourself a goal book. Write it down. Keep looking at it. Don't put it away in the cupboard and say, yeah, done my goals. Every single day, twice a day. Number 2, when you write your goals down, write them as if they have already been achieved. Why on earth would I tell you to do that? Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. Okay? If you tell it something enough times, guess what it's going to do? It's going to believe you. Okay? By writing down your goals as if it's already been achieved, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. Does that make sense? Yeah, so we're writing how many times? The goals? Twice. Okay, when? Morning and evening, and you're writing down as if they've already been achieved. Why? You're reprogramming your mind. You're trying to fool your subconscious mind. Okay, what step are we on? 3. Step 3. So step 3, write down the details. Okay, so make your goal specific. If I write down a fluffy goal, what am I going to get? Fluffy results. So I could write down in my goal book, I feel really proud of myself. I've got a goal book, I'm writing it down, doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, and I write down I want more money. Well, here's 2p. Do 1. Goal achieved. Yeah? Right? Be specific. And if that amount scares you, good. That's a good sign. Okay? I want to earn £50,000 a month. I've got some idea how I'm going to do that. Don't know exactly. Does that scare me? Of course it does. I put that on social media. I'm talking to friends and family about it. There is a massive chance of me failing and people say, oh, you said this. So, I've got to put myself out there. I've got to be specific. Does that make sense? What step are we on? 4. So far we've had 3 steps. So the 4th step. So we've had write it down twice a day. We've said you need to write down it as if you've achieved it. We've said that you need to have the details. You need to put a date to those goals. Give yourself a deadline. When you give yourself a deadline, guess what you create? Urgency. You create a little bit of stress. Most people, and society as a whole, see stress as a negative thing. It's not negative. Okay, stressing 24/7, yes, that's negative. When you add a little bit of stress, and it gives you a push. Yeah, it gives you a push. This is where the perfectionists in the room go, oh God, I can't do that. Put your hand up if you're a perfectionist. Quite a few of you. Okay, right. When you're a perfectionist, it becomes very difficult to put a date because you do not want to what? Fail. You don't want to fail. You think, oh, I don't know. It could take less time. It could take more time. I'll get it wrong. Oh, I'll come back to it tomorrow. And that tomorrow never comes. Yes, someday. How many days of the week are there? 7. Monday to Sunday. Is someday part of the week? Yes. No, it's not. Someday is not part of the week. So you need to write those dates down. Guess what? If you don't achieve it by that date, have you failed? Just move the milestone. Simple as. What step am I on? 5. Step 5. Okay. What you need to do for step 5 is you need to identify the habits. Identify the habits that you need in order to achieve that goal. Everybody is quite happy with what habits are, generally speaking. When you speak to people, they know what a habit is. They know how many days it takes. It takes 21 days to form a habit or a month. Lots of people don't make the connection between your goal and the habits you need to form in order to achieve that goal. So let's take an example. Okay? If want to lose weight, what are the habits that I need to form? Tell me.
Eat less, exercise more.
Right, I need to exercise more. I need to
Eat less.
eat less. Okay, you can make that even more specific. So yes, exercise more. Okay, I need to eat well, right? So in terms of maybe have more vegetables, have more salad, drink more water, get more sleep. Okay, by actually identifying the habits, you take the mystery out of the goal. Does that make sense? It doesn't become so, it's not overwhelming like you can't touch it. Yeah? So identify the habits you need to form in order to achieve that goal. What step am I on? 6. Step 6. Affirmations. Right, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Right, so let's go through some affirmations. Okay, affirmations are used to reprogram your subconscious mind. Okay, and that is how you can create energy. Okay, so when you say an affirmation, you need to use your body, change the tone of your voice, put some emotion in it, put some energy into it. If I sit here and go, I'm powerful, I'm powerful. Yeah, I'm powerful. Do you believe me?
No.
No. Okay? But when you put everything into it, it becomes different. So you're going to say it with me. I am powerful!
I am powerful!
That was good, but I'm sure you can do better. I am powerful!
I am powerful!
Keep going. Right, now we're going to add some energy. I am powerful! I am powerful!
I am powerful! I am powerful!
I am powerful!
I am powerful! I am
Keep going.
I am powerful! I am powerful! I am powerful!
Thank you. Right, why did I do that? Okay, right? Apart from giving you a little bit of a break, you can sit down, guys, thank you. Apart from giving you a little bit of a break, okay, your affirmations are everything, okay? In the sense that we wake up, it's cold outside, right? The kids might be doing your head in, your spouse is really upset you, whatever the situation is, and you can get caught in that moment, and that moment turns into a couple of minutes, an hour, a couple of hours, a whole day is gone, and you've been sucked into that negative feeling. Yes? Who can relate?
Yes.
Right. When you refuse to get sucked in and you do your affirmations, you feel different. Those of you in my winners community, you know this. Yeah? Right?
Ooh.
So, you need to identify the affirmations that will help you for your goals. Again, people do affirmations as if they're a completely separate thing. That's not what you need to do. You need to identify the ones that are going to help you. And I'll give you an example. So I want to be the best UK female coach. Okay? That's my goal. I want to be the best female coach in the UK. Right. In order for me to do that, I identify that I need to read more. Yes? I need to expand my mind. I need to be learning all the time so I can help my clients. In order for me to do that, I need to develop the habit of reading, not once in a blue moon, every single day for an hour. Now, I am one of those people that's always busy, right? And I used to find it really hard to sit down because I used to feel like I'm wasting time. I've got time to read. I'll listen, I'll clean, I'll do this, I'll do that, but I can't sit down and read. So I've got affirmations around reading books, okay? So I say every day, I love reading, okay? Reading is going to expand my mind, which is going to expand my client base. Do you think I'm more encouraged to read now?
Yes.
100%. So going back to the goal book, when you have your goal at the top, you've written it down. Underneath it, you've identified the habits. Underneath it, you've identified the affirmations. You're really tackling it. It's not something that is just going to be there that you revisit once in a blue moon, and it doesn't feel so far away. It feels like you're actually getting on with it. Does this make sense? Yeah. Right, what step are we on? 7. Turn your goals into a question. Turn your goals into a question. Okay? What did I say? This is a powerful machine. Set it some work. When you don't set your mind some work, guess what? It's like the devil. It's like the devil. Okay? Right? It starts to come up with all sorts of weird thoughts, and you make up situations and you start visualizing in a negative way. So put it to work. Right, so what you can do, so what's this step?
7.
No, but what is it?
Goals into questions.
Turn your goals into questions. On a piece of paper, write down your goal as a question. So how will I lose 5 pounds in January? How will I make £10,000 extra every month? How will I get more clients? How will I gain confidence? How will I find my soulmate? Whatever it is for you. Then what you don't just look at it, right? You then write down 20 things that come to mind. And when you write down the first 15, 16, even 19, they may feel rubbish. It's part of the process. What you're doing with this process is you're actually increasing creativity. This is how we increase creativity. Successful people do this all the time. And I would encourage you to go as far as doing this every day. You'll come up with new ideas. And sometimes it's the 20th one that's the magical one. Yeah? You may come up with an idea in terms of to speak to somebody, to watch a certain video clip, to read a certain book, and that could be the shift that you needed that day towards your goals. Does that make sense? To turn it into a question. Right, what number am I on now? 8. Number 8. Okay, and how many steps were there? 9. So number 8, dream big. Okay, if you don't reach for the stars, okay, right, let's start back again. Right, when you aim high and you miss, you're still going to get a lot more than if you aimed really low and you actually hit the target. That makes sense? Yeah? So if I only aim to run from here to here when I'm first training, right? Okay, even if I hit that, that's not as good as if I aim to hit the back of the room and I got halfway through. I'm going to get further, right? Don't worry about the naysayers. We are surrounded by naysayers. Normally your friends and family, the ones that you love, people you cherish, they're the first ones saying, you can't do that, it's too big, you're ridiculous. And you know that your biggest enemy, who's your biggest enemy? You are. You've got this inner critic going on all the time. How dare you set such a big goal? Who do you think you are? Okay? Just you can have the conversation back and say, I know who I am, you can go away now. Simple, okay? But you need to do this on a regular basis. So aim and dream big. Right, last one, number 9. Okay? You need to take action. All day long, I can tell you, do step 1, do step 2, you can show me a pretty little book, have all the colourful pens, do this every day, do your affirmations, jump up and down, okay? If you don't take action, if you keep making excuses, you're going to be in the same place this time next month, this time in 6 months, this time in 2 years. Does that make sense? You have to take action. Take action every single day. It can't be once in a blue moon, once you come back from an event and you're fired up. Every single day you must take action, okay? When you take that action, you're going to get results. Those results will then feed into your belief. What do you think is going to happen to your self-confidence? It's going to go up. What do you think is going to happen to your self-worth and self-esteem? It's going to go up. After your self-esteem and your confidence goes up, you then have the confidence to set bigger goals, right? You build that momentum. That is when you're on fire. You hear that term a lot on social media. She is on fire. He's on fire. Why are they on fire? They're taking action every single day. Does that make sense? Every single day. So how many steps were there?
9.
What was the first one? Write it down. How many times? Twice. What was the second step? No. What was it?
Achieved it.
Right. The second one is write it down as if you've already achieved it. What's the third step?
Be specific.
Be specific. Otherwise you're going to get? What kind of results are you going to get otherwise? Fluffy results. We don't want fluffy results. What was number 4? Give yourself a deadline. What does that create, guys? Urgency. Number, what are we on?
5.
What's number 5?
Identify.
Identify your habits. Number 6?
Affirmations.
Identify the affirmations for that particular goal. Number 7? Turn your goal into a question. How many things should you come up with for each question? 20. Once in a blue moon?
No, every day.
Every single day. What number are we on?
8.
8. What's number 8?
Dream big.
Dream big. Okay? And number 9?
Take action.
Take action. Okay, stand up. Right, you deserve a well-deserved break. Okay, so can you give somebody on the left of you a massage, please? Shoulder massage. Let's go. Let's go. Okay? You need to. Yeah, that's it, guys.
Are you up next? I'm throwing you out.
Really go in. That's all it is. Is that an experienced person? I love it. You guys may get some business today. Right, switch. Switch. Yeah, start chopping, start chopping. I love it. Start chopping. Don't think about those. I love it. Right, can we take a seat, please? Thank you. Okay, guys. So, right, we've talked about why you need a goal. We've talked about that fire in your belly. We've talked about self-belief. We've talked about the actions that you need to take. Right. Even though you may go through that whole process, okay, there's something called life that gets in the way. And sometimes it can be very difficult to stay consistent, to stay motivated. Right? The way I stay motivated is I look at those goals every single day once I've written them down. I have goal cards, I put them in my pocket. Okay? Right? Look at them. I'm obsessed with them. When you become, Grant Cardone talks about this. He has a book. Be obsessed or be average. Simple as. Whilst everybody else is distracted, going out, doing this, doing that, okay, I'm obsessed with my goals. Everything that I do, I ask myself, is this in line with my goals? Is this in line with my vision? Is this in line with the legacy I want to leave behind? When you start thinking like that, do you think you're going to spend 3 hours catching up on EastEnders, catching up on Coronation Street, whatever you like to watch, okay? Do you think you're going to be spending Friday night partying every Friday night, waking up Saturday morning with a hangover? I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, okay? Regardless it's a Saturday. Not because I'm crazy, okay? I'm a little crazy, but because I'm obsessed with my goals. I know that, you know what, there's not enough time in the day. I know that I have to make things happen, right? If I'm gonna make it happen, it's up to me, right? That's how you need to see your goals. Okay, so something that I just want to quickly tell you guys about is I'm running a group called the Winners Community. It's an online Facebook group. There are people in this room that are already part of it. So the whole idea is to coach you for the month. I work on your mindset, because mindset is everything. Whatever's happening in here is producing your reality, okay? Get you up at 6 a.m., get you to do your gratitude, your affirmations, get you pumped up. If that's something that you'd be interested in, I'm not taking any more on for January, but I'm setting up the same group up for February. Come and speak to me. Okay, and I want to leave you with this one quote. Okay? Make your goals so big that you are uncomfortable telling small-minded people about them. Thank you for listening.
Shumaila?